All right, guys, it's me, the Covfefe Patriot. That's right. That's my name. That's my handle. That's what I'm going by. Covfefe Patriot. Remember that, because that's who I am. Anyway, so I wanted to come to you tonight with a video. It's been a little while since I've done a political video, and I have been on a rant, a lot of texting, a lot of posting. I guess back in the day they would call it blogging, but now we have the instrument of Facebook, so I could just do it there. And I don't have to be too computer savvy to post my opinions, thoughts, and ideas. But this one I believed I needed to go ahead and do a little video because it's going to be a very confusing topic. It's going to take some while to explain, and I'm probably going to lose people, and I'm not going to do a really good job. I just did one video. It started out great, but then I screwed it up, so I just said screw it, deleted it. So tonight I'm just going to talk to you guys like I would be talking to my wife or my children. So back when COVID first came out in Wuhan, there's a theory that the 5G network is what's causing COVID. Tonight I was sent a video, and it explains that a little bit more about how all these 5G hotspots where there's a lot of 5G towers has also an increase of COVID. Now, I personally don't believe COVID is caused by 5G, but I do believe there's a health pandemic going on because of 5G networks. And not just 5G networks. Any cellular tower devices is causing a problem. See, when you have cell phone, you got an invisible wave that goes to the tower and it comes back. Goes to the tower, comes back. It's doing that constantly. As long as your phone's receiving a service, you're going to have that wave. You can't see that wave. It's invisible. Now, if you could put glasses on that allowed you to see the waves that your cell phone is receiving, you'd be like, holy crap, he's right. There is totally a wave going to my phone, and it's leading somewhere off to the distance. That wave is a form of radiation. Now, as many of you know, radiation is something that a lot of us deal with daily basis. We can go outside, get some sun, and we can get some radiation. And as you know, if you get too much sun, you could end up with cancer, skin cancer. Everybody's different. So I'm not saying be afraid of the sun now, but over the last 25 years, no, maybe 30 years even, we have increased our technology with Wi-Fi. There's a wave. It travels all throughout your house all day long. No matter where you are, it's following you around, especially if you got a cell phone. It's just tracing you. It's going after your dogs. It's going after your kids, and it's going after you. Now, I'm not trying to scare you here. I'm not saying, oh, shut off your cellular devices, keep them away, don't ever use them. Let's be honest. If we were to go back to 1995, we'd be screwed because most of us wouldn't know how to live. Sorry, I keep itching my nose. It really itches. But back on topic here. Radiation destroys your cells, and it's very bad. It can kill off white blood cells, and there's a reason why doctors will use strong amounts of radiation to deplete your immune system when they're trying to do a transplant of some sort. They don't want your immune system to reject the transplant. So they use the direct radiation, and it kills the cells in that area, so your body's unable to reject it and do its job. In that sense, it's perfectly normal, and it's okay, and it's regulated. Can be very taxing to the body, as any cancer survivor will tell you. It's torturous from what I hear, and I don't wish it on anybody. But it is a very effective way of depressing the immune system. So now that I said immune system, I think some of you know where I'm going at. The coronavirus, as many of you know, is not a new virus. As you see on the back of a Lysol can, it says kills coronavirus. That's weird. We got this household product that can kill coronavirus like nothing. That's right, we do. So, coronavirus has been around for a long time. What hasn't been along for a real long time is the high amounts of radiation that we have going through our communities. If you were to walk in New York City with those glasses on your head that allow you to see waves, it would probably be so bright that it would blind you. That's because there's constantly waves traveling through the air. They don't go around your body. They go through your body. In, out, in, out. You know, it's just a constant motion. You don't feel it. It's harmless. But It's there, and it's doing it. And there's a couple pieces of evidence that I've observed that makes me feel like what I'm saying is actually true. And no, I'm not going to sit here and say this is factual, this has happened. This is my opinion. I encourage, people that are much higher level educated than me in the science and the medical field to actually research this, because I'm very interested to know if I'm wrong, and I hope I am. But as we increase in technology as a civilization, we have a massive influx in these waves just traveling all around us. It's no coincidence that you go to a third world country that doesn't really have Wi-Fi, and for some reason they're not affected by coronavirus. That's not because they don't have the coronavirus. They certainly do. That's because their body and their immune system hasn't been friggin' obliterated. I think I said that word wrong, but you guys know what I mean. By all these radioactive waves. And I'm doing it right now. I hope I don't get hand cancer. But anyways, I digress. But in the last 20 years, we've got Bluetooth, we got Wi-Fi, we got, I don't know. You tech geeks know what I'm talking about, though. We got all this. Everything is wireless. But there is a direct signal being transferred back and forth. So that's going through our bodies. And over time, long exposure, just like long exposure to the sun, it's going to break down our cellular structures. It is breaking down. And one of the things that I've noticed in the last 30 years is the increase of autism. Now, people are thinking, what the hell does autism have to do with radiation? Well, a very common clothing item is the hoodie. Now you probably know where I'm going. A very common place for women to put their cell phones, and men, in their hoodie is right in the side pocket right here, right above their stomach. Now, this is going to sound really disturbing, and I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm really just trying to get you to think and use your heads here. You're sending those waves through your body, and it's going through your unborn child's body as well. So I want to encourage mothers that are pregnant, do not put your cell phones in your freaking pouches. Because maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm not. Okay? And that's the scary part. Don't do that. Because what autism is, it's a broken chromosome. I believe that's what it is. And I could be wrong. Like I say, I'm not a medical professional. But there's something wrong in the unborn baby's chromosomes. Now, a lot of people would have believed that it's vaccines. I'm not trying to argue with the real anti-vaxxers, and more power to you. I used to think you guys were crazy until COVID vaccine came out. I still believe the old traditional vaccines are more helpful than bad, though. But the truth of the matter is, I think the powers that be want you to believe that it is vaccines, because it's a hell of a lot easier and a hell of a lot less money if we have people saying, I don't want no freaking vaccine, than it is people saying, I don't need that new iPhone. The internet I had 20 years ago wasn't that bad. If it's safer, I'll go back to what we had. I don't need wireless. I'll wire everything up, especially if it's safer. Now, the money that would be lost if we did that in these big tech companies would be astronomical. So there's that. And so they allowed people to believe that, yes, it's the vaccines. This is what will do it. If you want to think that, go ahead, reject the vaccines. We'll make it a hot topic about the vaccine. Well, at the same time, we get people distracted. We're going to go ahead and we're going to increase our internet and Wi-Fi and all these rays that are flying through the air and just frying the shit out of our bodies. Pardon the language, but that is what is going on. Am I going to give up my cell phone? No, I'm probably not. But you know what? It's no coincidence. Another case is breast cancer. A lot of women, especially in the summertime, they want to put their phones right in their bras, so they're getting that radiation right on their boobs. It's no wonder why breast cancer, even after years and years and years of research, we still haven't, it's still a thing in 2022 that's killing too many women. And it's sad and it's tragic. And young women. I know that there's a lot of grandmothers out there that may have never used a cell phone, may have never put their cell phone in their bras, and you're thinking, well, my grandmother had breast cancer. How did that affect them? Well, breast cancer is nothing new. It's been around for many of years, centuries, probably forever. So I'm not sitting here saying that there aren't other things that cause cancer, but why haven't we been able to get on top of it? Why haven't we been able to stop it and prevent it? Every year we hear about new breakthroughs coming through that's going to cure cancer and do this, but we don't actually get any closer. We still lose far too many people. Prostate cancer. Where do most guys keep their phone? Front pocket. Prostate cancer is still a major killer among men. And sadly enough, if you notice with cancer levels, the age, you don't have to be very old to get it. There's men my age that are dying from cancer right now. Testicle cancer, prostate cancer. I mean, we're sending that waves right to our junk, gentlemen. So I guess, where do you put your phone so you don't get these waves? I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I do know that something's happening. And we're being lied to, we're being fooled, and it's all about the big money. So I do believe there is a correlation between 5G and coronavirus, but it's not that 5G is causing coronavirus. 5G is doing something much more damaging. It's accelerating the breakdown of our cellular structures, and that alone should scare the crap out of people. This video is really long tonight. I hope you guys watched it. I did kind of ramble on a few topics. I hope the message got through, and I encourage people to do their research on it. Look at how much radiation the phone gives out. Look how much radiation a 5G tower gives out. Everyone knows you don't stare at the microwave. Why is that? Because there's microwaves, that's why it's called a microwave, that are being released. You open up your microwave, yeah, the thing you were cooking's hot, but the microwave's not hot. That's because the waves cooked it. It's literally cooking. So radar, everyone knows radar gives off a huge amounts of radiation. Working in the shipyard when I was there, you don't stand next to them. X-rays, how does an X-ray work? You don't see it, but it goes right through your body and can take a whole picture of everything inside. Well, maybe not everything inside, but the bones. They got other machines that read those waves. So, the proof is there that these waves are going through your body. Now, we need to find out what they're doing to our body. Because this pandemic is definitely showing that the average first world country is not as healthy as we once were or once believed we were. So, that's it. That's my video. Once again, I'm not here to try to scare you. I'm sure the Facebook checkers will also be the first to tell me that I'm full of shit. And I know some of you will tell me that I'm full of shit, and that's okay. I don't want to give up my cell phone either. But at what price is this going to cost me? And the scary part is, over the last 15 years, the average age of a cell phone user when a kid gets their first cell phone is going down. There's many of young children today that have cell phones. Again, not trying to scare you. I really am truly trying to make you think, hell, you're probably using your cell phone to watch this video. Anyways, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. And you guys have a good night. Be safe. God bless America. Covfefe Patriots signing out.